Ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Recession is about to enter the hall. We will be singing the National Anthem. The words are on page 11 of the program. Please be upstanding for the Academic Recession and remain standing for the National Anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, declare open this congregation convened for the purposes of presenting degrees. It's my great pleasure to introduce Uncle Rod to welcome us to his country. That's a good one.
Machawanga Gana Mena, na Wangri, Mani na Budni, Gana Yatana, na Burko Mankalankala, Tandanya Meniko, Nachi Yungandaya, Nachi Yakandaya, Padni Yadu Wadu. On behalf of the Ghana people, I welcome you to Ghana country. I do this ambassador of the Adelaide Plains people. My brothers, my sisters, let's walk together in harmony. Natalia, thank you.
Thanks very much, Uncle Rod. It's terrific to see Bonython Hall again filled this morning for our graduation ceremony. Can I welcome all of our distinguished guests, particularly our graduates, their family and loved ones. Graduation days are a great day for the university and for our graduates who have great pride and satisfaction in their achievement. And I have no doubt that it's shared by their family and loved ones who have been instrumental in guiding you through your educational journey to date. It's often a day of reflection, achievements of the past, perhaps more importantly, the opportunities and challenges moving forward. We live in a wonderful country, blessed with abundant natural resources, with people who are resilient, hardworking and resourceful. Previous foundations for this success have been the generations of Australians who've contributed to their country and to their state. Now you, armed with new knowledge, new skills, have your opportunity to contribute to the nation and to the state. And as you do so, I hope you think about those who have not enjoyed the opportunities that you have and that you provide some assistance as you go through your professional life. I wish you every success in the future, and I would now like to introduce Professor Peter Rathjen, the Vice-Chancellor and President of the University, to present the candidate for honorary degree. Peter.
Chancellor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the Honourable Patricia Lynn White for admission to the honorary degree of Doctor of the University honoris causa. In today's world, we hear much about technological disruption and how important STEM will be to all of our futures. I'm sure that in this room today there will be many who agree. As graduates in engineering, maths, computer science and architecture, you will be focused on building the future for us all. 100 years ago this year, in 1919, just after World War I, Australia faced the need to build a nation. A group of pioneering engineers got together to see how they could best ensure the high-quality engineering profession that would be required. This was the start of Engineering Australia, which is this year celebrating its centenary as the peak professional body for engineers in Australia. They have set the standards for education and practice in a profession responsible for transforming this nation and the world. Today, we are privileged to have with us the National President and Chair of Engineers Australia, the Honourable Trish White. As the head of Engineers Australia, Trish represents 100,000 of our finest professionals. In awarding this honorary degree, we are recognising Ms White's leadership, her depth of understanding and breadth of experience in the engineering profession, her advocacy for the profession, and the tremendous support and guidance she has given to our university's faculty of engineering, computer and mathematical sciences over many years. Ms White is, of course, best known to many of us as a Member of Parliament and a Cabinet Minister in the South Australian Government. During a political career spanning more than 15 years, she served the people of South Australia with great distinction. She represented South Australia as a Shadow Minister in opposition and then State Government Minister, holding the portfolios of Education and Children's Services, Transport, Science and Information Economy, and Urban Development and Planning. Deciding not to recontest her seat at the 2010 election, she resumed life outside politics and, as we see today, has continued to distinguish herself in the field that is her first passion, engineering. Trish White was educated at the University of Queensland with bachelor's degrees in engineering and arts. She began her career in 1985 as a telecommunications engineer and project manager for the Queensland Department of Communications, moving to applied research with the DSTO, now known as DSTG, in 1988. Throughout her various roles, she has shown herself to be creative and innovative thinking. A large number of organisations have benefited from her skills and leadership. We note, for example, that she was a member of Prime Minister's Industry 4.0 task force, exploring the changing nature of work and how Australia should best take advantage of the fourth industrial revolution. Here, at the University of Adelaide, her knowledge of industry and government have been invaluable. She has rendered an exceptional level of service to our university for more than 11 years on the Faculty Advisory Board for ECMS and has been chair of that board since 2013. She has brought an important industry perspective to inform our curriculum and program development and has provided strong guidance to the faculty on connecting more deeply with industry, helping foster valuable relationships. Perhaps most importantly, at a time when universities, industry, government and the community are still coming to terms with how to encourage young women into STEM careers, Trish White has, for more than 30 years, been an outstanding role model for women in engineering. As National President and Chair of Engineers Australia, she is an advocate for change and is committed to achieving gender balance and inclusion in the profession's workforce. Chancellor, I am very pleased and proud to present to you the Honourable Trish White, Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Arts, FAICD, for admission to the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I have great pleasure in introducing today's orator, the Honourable Trish White.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council, thank you for awarding me this honorary degree, this honorary doctorate of the university. I value it greatly, as I have valued also award of my undergraduate degrees before it. Congratulations to all the graduates and graduands who, having reached this important milestone today, take an important step into their futures. The value of your education extends far beyond the knowledge gained during your degree, and it extends far beyond the method or process learned. Indeed, the value of your education extends beyond the skills and attributes that now lay the foundation of your professional journey, and it extends beyond the collegial experiences and memories that your time in this place have given you. Graduates, graduands, the value of your education lies in the dreams you can now dream, the solutions you can now imagine, the perspectives you can now bring, the impact you can now have. 34 years ago, in a hall not unlike this, I sat to listen to the oration delivered on that occasion of my own graduation as an electrical engineer. For me, it represented a great deal of hard work, a milestone to be truly celebrated, savoured and enjoyed, an achievement that couldn't be taken away. At that time, I don't think I had a very good idea about engineers in the business world and what they really did, let alone have any idea about where I might end up working. Certainly, if you had told me then that my career would take me from working with radio and television signals in Queensland to making international broadcasting standards, to running national infrastructure projects, to supporting military operations during active combat, to overseeing the state's education system and its transport and planning systems, to global consulting work as an engineering executive, to founding my own companies or a career on the boards of corporations, I simply wouldn't have believed you. Yet, as I sat there amongst my graduating peers all those years ago, I did have the sense that my university education was valuable and that my engineering degree would serve me well in my career and in my life. Both thoughts proved to be true. In the age of the Google generation, for which knowledge is immediately available via the click of a button, a university education still holds immense value because it inspires and challenges our students to ask the right questions and promotes in them the skills to find the best answers. As Albert Einstein is quoted, education is what remains after one has forgotten what one learned in school. If there were 3 pieces of advice I would offer you today, thinking about the career path of my life, and as you look forward to plan your future, the first would be this, and I take the words of the American actress Julie Garland, for those who can remember who Julie Garland was: always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of somebody else. Graduates, remember your roots. Just as for the plant, there is strength and purpose in your roots. Rather than avoiding or diminishing your past, that is where you will find your strengths. Also, don't waste time living someone else's dream. Life is your own personal journey, and you will ultimately be the judge of its success. Build your own roadmap. Having said that, though, this piece of advice comes with a warning, and it is not to be so planned and so hung up designing the perfect opportunities in life that you overlook the right opportunities staring you in the face. My second piece of advice relates to valuable on-the-job learning. Some like saying success breeds success, so minimise your mistakes, while others insist that there's very little learning in success and the best instruction comes from failure, as it helps you learn from your own and others' mistakes. I like to hire people who have tasted both. You need to understand and experience both project success and failure to be most useful to your employer. Learning to avoid mistakes and to recover from failures can't be learned if you don't know what success looks like, and vice versa. So, if there is an early failure in that career path of yours, don't despair. It could turn out to be most useful to you at some point. Be resilient and back yourself. My final piece of advice relates to relationships and to relevance. Those that are technically minded can sometimes regard these as soft, less rational considerations, but the quality of your interactions with people in your workplace and in your communities has a direct impact on your effectiveness as an engineer or an architect. You also need to be relevant, to have deep understanding of the societal context in which your enterprise operates, and to understand the drivers of that context. In a world in which physical and the digital will increasingly merge, lifetime learning and curiosity will be your key to staying relevant. Relevance and effective relationships are the added ingredients that turn a purely technical solution into one that creates real value. Just as my career has taken a winding path, your life will be filled inevitably with great opportunities and terrible hurdles. But if you can stay true to your dreams, learn from your successes as well as your failures, and as a professional with effective relationships and relevance strive to build value, your path will have been successfully paved. Graduates, I wish you good health, good relationships, great adventure, and congratulations on your fine achievement. Thank you.
On behalf of the graduates and their families attending today's ceremony, I'd like to thank the Honourable Patricia Lynn-White for her stimulating and inspiring address. We are honoured that you've taken the time to join us on this special day to share with us your thoughts and experiences. Your words of encouragement and advice are greatly appreciated. They remind us that education places upon each of us an enduring responsibility to make the best possible use of our talents and to contribute to the betterment of society in whatever way we can. Please join me in once again thanking the Honourable Patricia Lynn-White.
I will now receive candidates for degrees. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor and President.
Chancellor, I, Professor Peter Rathjen, Vice-Chancellor and President of the University of Adelaide, certify to you and the whole university that the graduates who will be presented to you have all fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the award for which they are so presented.
I, Kevin John Scarce, Chancellor of the University of Adelaide, by virtue of power committed to me by the University, confirm that each graduate is admitted to the rank and privileges of a holder of the award in the University of Adelaide for which they are so presented. I call upon the Acting Executive Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Katrina Faulkner, to present the graduates.
Chancellor, I, Acting Executive Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, Professor Katrina Faulkner, present to you graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences. To the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical Sciences, James Harriman. And Maxwell Muzarad. To the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Go Yi Teng. Shur Han Ge. Cheong Xin Ji. Joseph Laurie. Oliver James Luntain. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Finance, Mazura Binti Mazuin. Ashley Edward Mitchell. James Anthony Schoff. And Joshua James Yates. To the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Anne Byung-jun. Chen Ray. Ye Fung Chun. Yushi Chun. Young Chai. Chun Lei Ji. Serchong Jian. Nok Chao Cook. Lam Ravi Wing Fung. Liu Yinze. Stephen Loy. Yining Mao. Thomas Rohan Marks. Ni She Hao. Ota Jacob Roda. Felix Trelise Tobin. Chao Ran Wong. Benjamin Ian Weatherall. Wong Hao Yan Iris. Li Wei Shu. Wai Ho Yung. Chung Lin Max Jung. And Nan Yua Zhu. To the degree of Bachelor of Computer Science Advanced, de Klerk John. Dean Peter. And Emily Rose Thistleton. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Engineering. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Jeremy Joshua Abbott. Rosiana Abdullah. Serpi Sandeep Ahuja. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Thomas Ralph Barony. Chian Hao Chen. Chowdhury Pranjal. Henry Claydon Rose. Jason Robert Dodd. Eldo Emmanuel. Siti Nofatana Faisal. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Thomas Joseph Focaretta. Hyung Yan. Elizabeth Hodgins. Jan Nihal. Li Ming Xiang. Cheng Qian Lu. Also receiving the degree of Bachelor of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Liam Travis Mellor. Corey William Miller. Mohammed Sufyan bin Mohammed Fariz. Ross James Painter. Orbill Christian Peel. Michael Prendergast. Nathan James Reed. Xisheng Ren. David Christopher Scavarelli. Also receiving the degree of Mathematical and Computer Sciences, Thomas Subisha. Wong Jinhua. Lei Yi. And Izatul Natasha Zukavli. To the honours degree of Bachelor of Computer Science, Mohammed Mahdi Kazimi Moghadam. To the degree of Master of Software Engineering, Jae Shin Lee. Nguyen Phuon Quy. Wu Lin Sheng. Tian Shou Jung, and Chu Chi Hua. To the degree of Master of Computing and Innovation, Kong Wei Bai. Anna Dai. Alexander Simon Frieser. Louis He. Xu Hao. Jingting Li. Wei Jie Liu. Liu Qi. Liu Jiehui. Nia Lun. Rom Kang. Dai Mon Chi. Wang Chao Hang. Yi Ning Wang. Benjamin Charles Arthur Winding. Xia Chiao Tong. Ian Xie Ng. Pang Chang. Tian Yuan Zhong. Zhou Feng. And Zhou Wei. To the degree of Master of Computer Science, Liu Han Sheng. And Zhou Qinan. To the degree of Master of Engineering, Electrical, Yi Fan Chen. Si Fun. And Yiwei Xuan. To the degree of Master of Science in Mathematical and Computer Sciences, for a thesis entitled Semantic Component Selection Based on Non-Functional Requirements, Kushufer Amir Kanan. To the degree of Master of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled The One with the Social Network Analysis, the Extraction, Analysis and Modelling of Temporal Social Networks from Narratives, Michelle Claire Edwards. For a thesis entitled Holomorphic Immersions of Restricted Growth from Smooth Affine Algebraic Curves into the Complex Plane, Daniel Cody John. For a thesis entitled Statistical Models for Missing Data and Proteomic Studies of Gastric Cancer, Daniel Dean Kong. For a thesis entitled Optimal Wildlife Smuggling Interdiction, Rachel Sue-Yi McLean. For a thesis entitled Geometric K-Homology and the Atiyah-Singer Index Theorem, Samuel Mills. For a thesis entitled Using Approximate Bayesian Computation and Machine Learning Model Selection Techniques to Understand the Impact of Climate on Seasonal Influenza-like Illness in Australia, Jessica Penfold. For a thesis entitled Longitudinal Data Analysis for Improving Patient Outcomes Following Hip Replacement Surgery, Bethany Pamela Phipps. For a thesis entitled The Parametric Ochre Principle for Riemann Surfaces, Matthew James Ryan. And for a thesis entitled Efficient Deep Learning Models with Autoencoder Regularization and Information Bottleneck Compression, Jerome Oscar Williams. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Positive Scalar Curvature and Callias-type Index Theorems for Proper Actions, Dr. Ko Hao. For a thesis entitled Joint Appearance and Motion Model for Multi-Class Multi-Object Tracking, Dr. Liu Chong Yu. For a thesis entitled Pre-hoc and Post-hoc Diagnosis and Interpretation of Breast Magnetic Resonance Volumes, Dr. Gabriel Micah Souza. For a thesis entitled Characterizing the Social Media Temporal Response to External Events, Dr. Peter Matthews. For a thesis entitled Towards a Unified Theory of Sensor Pattern Noise and Analysis of Dark Current, Lens Effects and Temperature Bias in CMOS Image Sensors, Dr. Richard Henry Edwin Matthews. and for a thesis entitled UHF Energy Harvesting and Power Management, Dr. Meng Han Xuan. From the School of Architecture and Built Environment. To the degree of Bachelor of Architectural Design, Chang Jiu Yuan. Deng Shi Qiao. Yu Feng. Anne Cecilia Gregory Larson. Ji Jun Nan. Lu Jiang Chen. Emmeline Grace Mercado. Siti Sarah Jasmine Mohammed Azim. Noah Isreen Nadira Mohammed Zahidi. Ni Tian Yu. Prajapati Ravinaben Nandubai. Chi Xia Yan. Rashika Rajpal. Razui Muhammad Jawad. And Yu In. To the degree of Master of Property, Ki Yue Suen. Chia Wen Cao. And Lu Liu. To the degree of Master of Planning, Urban Design, Mei Liu. Yu Liu. Wen Shi Xia. To the degree of Master of Planning, Se Hui Wong. To the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture, Yan Chen. Zunan Chen. V. Chen Dong. Dong Shi Ke. Kai Kuo. Han Shu. He Junwei. Li Chi Chi. Li Yi. Yue Ming Li. O Bin Yan. Song Jing Xian. Yuan Tao. Tu Xiao Wei. Wang Xiao Wan. Yu Xin Wang. Hui Ying Wu. Yin Chang. Jiao Se Ru. Zhong Hui Jing. Zhong Si Ji. Zhou Yuqing. And Zhou Yanming. To the degree of Master of Architecture, Ya Huang. William Jury. Xiaoxin Li. Lian Hongcheng. Shintan Bharatkumar Mistry. And Patel Divunsh Maunang. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Green Urbanism in Contemporary Cities, a socio-technical transition analysis, Dr. Martin Larby. Chancellor, this concludes the graduates from the Faculty of Engineering, Computer and Mathematical Sciences, and for this ceremony.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to present to you Mr. Mohammed Mahdi Karzai Moghaddam. Probably killed that, Mohammed, my apologies. Who was presented with an honours degree, an honours degree for Bachelor of Computing Sciences just shortly. Mohammed will give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of graduates who were presented with their awards today. Mohammed.
When I was pondering this speech, I battled inside to avoid the cliche of opening with conventional acknowledgements, as my inner tendency to examine the rationality of every convention. But I felt a good example of how instructive failures can be. The lesson was clear. The significant role of many people around us in our accomplishments leaves no choice as not to start a speech with expressions of our deepest gratitude towards them. The role of the Honorable Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, administration, academics, and staff members in helping us pursue our lifelong dreams, the role of our lecturers, course advisors, supervisors who enthusiastically presented us the essence of their knowledge and supported us even beyond their work commitments, the role of our families who made sacrifices to provide us with this great opportunity, the role of our fellow graduates who created this wonderful, friendly, and thriving atmosphere to grow in, and the role of those close friends and companions who always stand by us in our failure and success. For some of us, being thousands of kilometers away from home and family, these mean a lot more. You made this challenging journey extremely blissful for us. We owe you. Despite all the enormous progress that we have made in transforming our talents to skills, the infiniteness of knowledge leaves no room for complacency. Like finding new insights in watching a movie again and again, reviewing our university life from a higher perspective has lessons yet to teach. Probably the most important one is difficult nights of last-minute resorts to meet the 11:55 p.m. assignment deadlines, or the frustrating times of staying up late and watching tens of lectures first time for the next day exams, were all temporary, as is every other hardship in life. Remember those moments of fighting inside not to surrender while feeling too weak to continue? Those were in fact the very last steps before triumph. Those strong rejections of the temptation to give up are now our strength that we deserve to be very proud of. Remember, in the absence of darkness, light. In the absence of sorrow, joy of happiness. And in the absence of hardship, relief of success is meaningless. But how did we achieve this? It was a fuel of hope for a better future, not just for ourselves, but for everyone else. And the passion for learning and discovering the unknown that kept the fire inside us burning, that gathered us here from more than 80 countries around the world, irrespective of ethnicity, color, or religious backgrounds, building this diverse community. Let's pledge to ourselves not to give up on these twins of hope and love as they drive us in hardships. The shiny testimonies that we hold in our hands now, while uplifting our resumes, carry responsibilities too, as does every other credit. The responsibility to pay back our debts to our small communities, as well as the global community, to at least partially devote ourselves to enable the people who share the same dreams with us, but for some reason deprived of it, with the same opportunity that we had. If this debt is fully paid, it will transform the world to a more beautiful place for everyone. You, like myself, might initially wonder how idealistic, but there is this argument. If each of us As one of the 7,000 graduates of this university, this prestigious university every year, only change the lives of 20 people around us. And each of those people also pursue the same goal. Only after 3 generations we will have changed the lives of twice the current Australian population. Changing the world is certainly possible and starts with the small changes within ourselves and our small communities. Good luck everyone in your post-graduation lives, and congratulations to us for making this happen. Thank you very much.
Mohammed, thank you. As we draw a close to the ceremony this morning, can I again congratulate all of our graduates. Be proud of what you've achieved, and certainly remember those who've supported you to reach this end. I wish you all every success in this new exciting phase of both your life and career. As graduates of the University of Adelaide, you are both our alumni and ambassadors. Over the years since the university was established, its alumni have made an enormous contribution to the community, both here and throughout the world. And today you join a community of over 147,000 alumni located in 134 countries throughout our globe. We have 17 global alumni networks, including 8 international. Could I thank all of those who've participated in the ceremony today, particularly our mace bearer, valedictorian, and also our honorary graduate, the Honourable Trish White. It would also be appropriate to recognise the important contribution that academic staff make to this institution and to our graduates today, and I hope you would join me in thanking them. I'd ask that the graduates remain seated, that everyone else rises and stand with me and join in celebrating and congratulating our graduates on their achievements. With the audience remain standing, the graduates now rise for the academic recession. I declare this congregation adjourned.